So at the time, I had just kind of gotten to a new point in my life where I've been working towards for the past decade, just to build a business as an entrepreneur and um, yeah, have like a level of freedom where I can travel around the world, where I can essentially do what I want as I please. And then I finally reached that point where I'm not tied to a location or given hours in the day to work. So then it's the question is like, what do I do with this newfound freedom and this new level of success? Like, how do I make the most of this life? Because that's kind of what I'm always asking myself, what I'm always pushing for. And I'm just kind of like crossed over the top of a mountain and seeing a whole new view I've never seen before. You know, I've always been looking at the tip of the mountain. So really just looking for like a new direction. My question was like, where do I go now? Like, what's the next steps for me? And I was really looking for like a geographic location. Like, I have this opportunity to sail around the world, and you know, I live in Medellin, Colombia. I can move anywhere around the country that I please, or the continent, the world, essentially. So there's just like so many overwhelming amounts of options and choices to make. And I was, like I said, I was really looking at the geographical positioning. And what I got back was, it's really not about where I go, it's more about the experiences that I have, no matter where I am, and building the relationships, and focusing on building relationships. So what I decided to do was simply stay in Medellin, but I've definitely put more of a focus on my friends and environment. And so I'm really enjoying the outcome. Definitely am more in peace with things in general, and just more okay with rolling with the flow, rolling with the punches. Really understanding, like, it's not that I don't try to put the same amount of effort in, but I'm more okay with the results that I receive. And so it's just, I've just been a little more at ease since then. Definitely looking to do it again. My question next time is going to be, what is my why? And that's kind of a vague question, but listening to a lot of Simon Sinek, and he's really challenged me on this. I do have like a little bit of I have a pretty good understanding, but I really want to dig and pull that apart and really get a better understanding of myself. It was a really strong bonding experience. I definitely stayed in contact with everybody at the retreat, and maybe a couple of my closest friends. Actually, I made really close friends from the retreat, and I expect those will stay together for years, maybe a lifetime. So really cool connections made. Felt really, really comfortable with the way things were laid out. It was in the middle of nature, but it was still isolated just enough to have a private area where there wasn't distractions from the elements, which I thought was a really cool just environment in general. It was not what I was expecting at all. I felt really comfortable with the shamans. I had like a pretty intense trip, and both nights, and I didn't really know where I was or my body was at some points. But I definitely always felt safe, and that there was positive spirits around me that were going to take care of me no matter what happened. And they did. They seemed to know like what to do at the right times to keep everything in a good spirits and good energy, and keep everybody safe. And it was a really good job managing the situation. I would definitely say it was one of the most life-changing events of my life, just to have to really get to explore myself in a way that I've never been able to. I don't really know the science that well behind it, but the way I understand it is it connects the two sides of your brain together, and it essentially allows you to talk with your subconscious, which is definitely what I experienced, was like living through my subconscious in a way that I didn't know was even possible. And just getting to really understand my deepest thoughts at a level that it's really hard to explain, but definitely connected with myself in a way I've never been able to before.